Hello and welcome back to another Unison League video, which is like 6 days late, but you know what? It's alright. So we got a new Christmas event, while also getting new abilities introduced in the new story chapter. And to be honest, I don't have that big of an opinion about them, but if you would like me to go in depth, then just leave it down below in the comments. But this video is gonna be mainly talking about the new spawn and if you should pull or not. So we have Christmas Minazuki over here, and I think he's pretty decent at base. But if you get his third pot, which gives overcast, he becomes way better. And he's gonna be mainly for PvE because he stuns, he reduces healing received for the enemy, and he also reduces their action speed. Action speed can be very useful in super hard quests, and healing received can be very useful if the boss tends to heal themselves a lot. The stun can be very tricky to make use of because they increase their stun resistance, so you might land it or you might not, unless you reduce their element resistance. Team Kaijin is pretty decent, pretty standard. Self Siege is pretty good, and he has Star Qualia, which would make him the second monster that has Star Qualia, which is pretty good. As for his third pot, he does have Overcast. His second pot is unfortunately very mid because Bewilderment is only for PvP, which basically means that when you hit the enemy, you're gonna get that uni that they get from being hit. So this isn't really useful. And his fourth pot is pretty good because it also gives you elemental attack +3. The main thing I am more interested about are the defense gears. So the defense gears are going to be some constants named Lion's Honor, and this goes up to 3xl, 3xl being the highest reflect reduction, meaning you only need level 5 so that you can fully negate any reflect reduction damage. And what makes them very good is that not only do they reduce any reflect damage, they can also increase your HP recovery effects. Meaning that if you're still using like those really old heal ups from 38 cost or 39 cost, you can just lap these on and also reduce reflect reduction. So I think those defense gears are very useful. And if you're someone that likes to do PvE a lot, I would definitely consider getting these because not only will they give a lot of stats when you max them out, but the heal up is very useful and the reflect reduction is also very useful, so you can just slap them on a set and just forget about it. But like definitely worth considering because I think very highly of them. As for the weapons though, it's a this weapons killing is called Rush and recovers 10 cost, and it also has some life steal, increases your crit chance by 4xl instead of performing a critical hit, and it caps out the damage at 6xl. The proc rate also caps out at XL and pretty decent for a weapon scaling proc. Obviously this is very replaceable until you get better, but the main thing that you should note is that 45 cost weapons now also give you another extra elemental attack instead of the usual 3 from previous cost. So that is one thing that you should keep in mind. But again, these are mainly filler. They're very good filler, but obviously you're gonna be replacing them. The treasure spawn over here is for PvP only, and you have Thor, Summon Aphrodite, Pyro, Mephisto, Minerva, Lilith, Indra, Rogue, Set, Valk, R, Ebisu, and Baha. So PvP, 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 but can be used for PvE because of the crest and the team Dawn. PvE, 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 PvP, but with some usage PvE because of its passive. Can be used in PvE, but it's passive for PvP, PvE, PvP, and PvP. So this is basically what JP got because they were having like a some kind of duel tournament a couple weeks ago, and this spawn is basically what they use, kinda. They have some defense gears. These are pretty mid. These are Regent, and these are Anima, which is like nullified damage, but like no way to fully scale them or whatever. So mid STMA is okay, but I would not go out of my way to go for them. Weapons, yeah, no, I don't do the spawn. This spawn is not very good. If you're willing to drop gems, just get a copy of him and try to get one of the new defense gears because the defense gears are actually very nice. They're very nice to have. And if you don't mind which one you get, all you have to do is just do one rotation. And if you really care, you're probably gonna have to do like 2 rotations so that you can get enough medals for one of the defense gears that you want. Up next, we have the Merry Xmas Pass. These are basically all SSRs with only Christmas gear, and they also let you do it once for free. So these are just bad. You don't get anything of value. The only good thing is Christmas Standoff-on, which she has Team Qualia, and she's also very, very good. But again, this is just a waste of gems. You can do it 10 times only. I don't know why they want to make you do it, but it's there for whatever reason. Just forget about it. Do the free try and forget about it. And then you got the daily free spawn, which has Christmas gear as well. And to be honest, there's not much else left to cover. The event does have a 45 cost Nano at 200k, and if you go up, you can also see that there's also another one at 800k. And going down a little bit, there's also a 39 cost SSR monster ticket. So that's pretty good. It does have a pretty decent selection when it comes to the 39 cost SSR monsters, which are 44 cost UR. Pretty solid. And actually, something worth noting is that the defense gears have damage reduction. So these are supposed to power creep the Stellars, which also offer damage reduction, but those are XL instead of 2XL. So these ones reduce more damage, but these are higher cost, so you might prefer Stellars in some scenarios where you want to get more cost so you can equip other stuff in case you run out of cost, but these are definitely worth picking up because, again, you don't really see Stellars anymore. Well, not Stellars anymore, but you don't see damage reduction constants because they are locked behind 33 cost, and then you also have the Enforcer defense gears, which are like 39 cost or 40 cost, I think. But you don't really see them anymore. But I think that's about it for this video. If you would like me to go in depth for the new abilities, just let me know down below in the comments. But if you found this video helpful or informative, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.